English Leap Podcast.
From Speak English with Class.
Hello, and welcome to English Talk Flow.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Jack. We're so excited to have you here today.
If this is your first time watching, welcome to our English learning family. We make learning English natural, fun, and practical.
That's right. And if you're already part of our community, welcome back. We've missed you.
Today, we have an amazing lesson planned. We're going to talk about something we all do every single day.
Transportation. How we get from place to place, whether it's going to work, visiting friends, or traveling to new places.
By the end of this video, you'll feel confident talking about transportation in English. You'll learn natural phrases, useful vocabulary, and even some cultural tips.
Before we start, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It really helps us create more content for you.
And if you enjoy this lesson, give us a thumbs up. Now, let's dive in.
So, Emily, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, Jack. I'm feeling energized. How about you?
I'm great, though I have to admit I'm still waking up. I had quite a busy morning.
Oh, really? What happened?
Well, my alarm didn't go off, so I woke up 20 minutes late. I had to rush to get ready.
Oh, no. That's everyone's nightmare, isn't it?
Absolutely. But I made it here on time, so all is good. Did you have a nice weekend?
I did. It was really lovely. On Saturday, I met up with some old friends from university. We hadn't seen each other in months.
That sounds wonderful. Where did you meet?
We went to this cute little cafe in the old town. You know, the one with the outdoor seating.
Oh, yes, I know that place. The coffee there is excellent.
It really is. We spent 3 hours just talking and catching up. Then on Sunday, I had a quiet day at home. I read a book, did some gardening, and cooked a nice dinner.
That sounds like the perfect balance. A social Saturday and a relaxing Sunday.
Exactly. What about you? How was your weekend?
Mine was pretty active. I went hiking with my brother on Saturday morning. We climbed up to Eagle Point.
Eagle Point? That's quite a challenging hike.
It is, but the view from the top is absolutely breathtaking. You can see the entire valley.
I bet. I keep saying I'll go there, but I never do.
You should. Maybe we can organize a group hike. Anyway, after hiking, I was exhausted, so I just relaxed at home. Then on Sunday, I visited my parents for lunch.
That's nice. Family time is important.
It really is. My mom made her famous lasagna.
Oh, I'm jealous. Now, speaking of getting to places, how did you get to the studio today, Jack?
Perfect transition. Let's talk about that. So I actually took the metro this morning. That's what we call the subway in my city.
The metro. Was it crowded?
At first, yes. I got on at 8:15, which is right in the middle of rush hour. The platform was packed with people.
Rush hour is never fun, is it?
No, it's not. But here's a tip for our viewers. If you wait for the second or third train, it's usually less crowded. Everyone rushes onto the first one.
That's really good advice. Did you get a seat?
Not at first. I stood for about 4 stops. Then the train emptied out a bit, and I found a seat by the window.
Window seats are the best. You can people watch or just zone out.
Exactly. What about you, Emily? How did you get here today?
I drove my car, but I almost didn't.
What do you mean?
Well, I usually cycle to work. I love riding my bike. It's good exercise, and I feel like I'm helping the environment a bit.
That's admirable. So why didn't you cycle today?
The weather forecast said it might rain this afternoon, and I didn't want to get caught in a downpour on my way home.
Smart thinking. How was the traffic?
Actually, it was surprisingly light. Maybe because school holidays started? I don't know. But normally, the ring road is a nightmare.
The ring road around the city center?
Yes, that one. Usually, there are traffic jams every single morning, cars barely moving.
I don't miss that. That's why I prefer public transportation. Even if the metro is crowded, at least it's moving.
That's a really good point. You're not stuck behind a wheel, getting frustrated.
Exactly. I can read the news on my phone, listen to a podcast, or even study a bit.
Multitasking at its finest. Do you ever take the bus?
Sometimes. The number 42 bus stops right outside my apartment building. It goes directly to the city center.
That's convenient. How long does it take?
About 25 minutes, depending on traffic. But the bus can be unreliable. Sometimes it's on time, sometimes it's 15 minutes late.
That's frustrating when you're trying to get somewhere important.
It is. That's why I prefer the metro. Trains run on a fixed schedule, every 5 minutes during rush hour.
Consistency is key. Now let me ask you this. Do you ever walk to work?
Walking? From my apartment? That would take over an hour.
Oh, you live quite far then.
Yes, about 8 kilometers. Too far to walk regularly, though I have done it a few times on weekends, just for the exercise.
8 kilometers is a serious walk. I live much closer, only about 2 kilometers from here.
So you could walk if you wanted to.
Absolutely. And I do sometimes. When the weather is beautiful and I'm not in a hurry, I walk. It takes about 25 minutes.
That's perfect. Not too long, not too short.
And it's so peaceful. I put in my earbuds, listen to music, and just enjoy the walk. It's like meditation.
I really should walk more. It's such simple exercise.
Okay, everyone, let's pause our conversation for a moment. We want to teach you some really important vocabulary about transportation.
These are words and phrases you'll hear all the time, and you'll need them when you travel or talk about your daily routine.
Let's start with the word commute. Jack, can you explain this one?
Sure, your commute is your regular journey to and from work or school. For example, my commute takes 40 minutes each way.
Great example. So, viewers, how long is your commute? Think about it. Is it 10 minutes? 30 minutes? An hour?
And remember, we use to and from. You commute to work and you commute from work back home.
Perfect. Next word, rush hour. This is super important.
Rush hour refers to the times of day when traffic is heaviest because everyone is traveling to or from work at the same time.
Usually, morning rush hour is from about 7:30 to 9:30, and evening rush hour is from 5 to 7, but it varies by city.
In some big cities like London or New York, rush hour can last even longer.
Now, let's talk about different ways to say how you travel. We often use by with transportation methods.
For example, by car, by bus, by train, by plane, by bike, by taxi, by subway, by ferry.
But notice, we don't use by with walking. Instead, we say on foot.
Right. I go to work on foot means I walk to work.
Another common expression is to take. We take the bus, take the train, take a taxi, take the subway.
And for cars and bikes, we can also use specific verbs. I drive to work or I ride my bike to work.
Excellent. Now let's talk about some problems you might encounter. The word delay.
A delay means something is late. There's a delay on the Northern Line, means the trains are running late.
Or, my bus was delayed by 20 minutes, means it arrived 20 minutes late.
Another word, traffic jam, or just traffic.
When there are too many cars on the road and everything slows down, that's a traffic jam. Sorry I'm late, I got stuck in traffic.
Very common excuse and usually true.
Now some parts of transportation systems. In a train station, you have platforms. That's where you wait for the train.
The train to Manchester departs from Platform 7, so you go to Platform 7 and wait there.
For buses, you have bus stops. For taxis, you have taxi ranks or taxi stands.
And here's a useful one. To catch a bus or train means to successfully get on it before it leaves.
I need to hurry or I'll miss my bus. Or, I caught the 7:15 train just in time.
One more important phrase, to transfer or to change.
When you have to get off one bus or train and get on another to reach your destination, you transfer or change.
I have to change trains at Central Station, or this journey requires one transfer.
Great! Those are some essential words. We'll use them more as we continue our conversation.
So, Emily, let's talk about different types of transportation. What's your favorite way to travel long distances?
That's an interesting question. I think it depends on where I'm going. For cities within my country, I love taking the train.
Why trains specifically?
Several reasons. First, they're usually quite comfortable. You can get up and walk around, go to the dining car, stretch your legs.
That's true. You're not stuck in one position like in a car or plane.
Exactly. Second, train stations are usually right in the city center, so you don't waste time traveling to and from airports.
That's a huge advantage. Airports are often 30 or 40 kilometers outside the city.
Right? And third, I love the scenery. When you're on a train, you see the countryside, small towns, rivers, mountains. It's beautiful.
I agree completely. There's something romantic about train travel.
Have you ever taken a really long train journey?
I have. Last year, I took a train from Paris to Rome. It was about 11 hours.
11 hours? That is long. Did you get bored?
Not at all. I brought a good book, I had my laptop to do some work, and I just enjoyed watching France and Italy pass by my window.
That sounds wonderful. I'd love to do a trip like that.
You should. What about planes? Do you like flying?
I have mixed feelings about flying.
Mixed feelings. Tell me more.
Well, on one hand, planes are incredibly fast. You can cross an ocean in just a few hours. That's amazing.
It really is a miracle of modern technology.
But on the other hand, airports can be stressful. Long security lines, delays, lost luggage, expensive food.
Those are all valid complaints. I find airports exhausting.
Me too. And the seats on planes are so cramped, especially in economy class.
Unless you're lucky enough to fly business class.
I wish, maybe one day. Have you ever had a bad flight experience?
Actually, yes. A few years ago, I was flying to Amsterdam, and we experienced really bad turbulence.
Oh no, that must have been scary.
It was. The plane was shaking, things were rattling, people were holding on to their armrests. Some people were actually scared.
I would have been terrified.
The pilot kept saying everything was fine, it was just rough air, but it lasted for 20 minutes, which felt like forever.
I'm glad you were okay. Turbulence is actually quite common, but it's still frightening.
It is. Now I always keep my seatbelt fastened, even when the sign is off.
Smart idea. What about boats? Have you ever traveled by boat?
I have. I took a ferry from England to France once.
How was that experience?
It was really nice. The weather was good, so I stood on the deck and watched the ocean. The fresh air was wonderful.
I love being on the water. It's so calming.
It is. But I have to admit, I've heard that when the sea is rough, ferries can be quite uncomfortable. People get seasick.
Oh yes, seasickness is no joke. I went on a boat trip once when the water was choppy and I felt terrible.
Did you take any medicine for it?
I should have, but I didn't. Now I know better. Always bring seasickness tablets if you're going on a boat.
Good advice. What about taxis? Do you use taxis often?
Not too often because they can be expensive, but sometimes they're necessary.
When do you usually take a taxi?
Late at night, mostly. If I'm out with friends and it's past midnight, public transportation usually stops running.
That's true in most cities. After midnight, your options are limited.
Right, so I'll call a taxi or use a ride-sharing app like Uber.
Ah, yes, ride-sharing apps. Those have really changed transportation, haven't they?
Dramatically, it's so convenient. You just open the app, see exactly where your driver is, and know the cost before you even get in.
And you don't need cash. It's all done through the app.
Exactly. Though traditional taxis still have their place.
Of course. Now, what about bicycles? You mentioned you cycle to work sometimes.
Yes, I love cycling. It's probably my favorite way to get around the city.
What kind of bike do you have?
I have a hybrid bike. It's good for both roads and bike paths. It has a basket on the front where I can put my bag.
That sounds practical. Is cycling in your city safe?
Mostly, yes. We have dedicated bike lanes on many streets, which makes it much safer.
That's good. Some cities are terrible for cyclists.
I know. I visited a city last year where there were no bike lanes at all. Cycling there would be suicidal.
And what about electric scooters? They're everywhere now.
Oh, yes. You see them on every corner. People leave them all over the place.
Have you tried one?
Once. Just once. A friend convinced me to try it.
How was it?
Honestly, a bit scary. They go faster than I expected, and I didn't feel very stable.
I've heard that. Some people love them, some people hate them.
I think they're fine for young people who are comfortable with that kind of thing. But for me, I'll stick with my bicycle.
Emily, let's talk about problems that can happen with transportation. What's the most frustrating transportation problem you've experienced?
Oh, I have a story. Last month, I was taking the train to visit my sister. The train was supposed to leave at 3 p.m.
Supposed to?
Exactly. At 2:50, an announcement said the train was delayed by 15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes isn't too bad.
That's what I thought. But then at 3:15, another announcement, delayed by another 30 minutes.
Oh no, this is going where I think it's going.
Yes. Then at 3:45, they announced the train was canceled completely. Technical problems.
That's so frustrating. What did you do?
I had to take the next train, which wasn't until 5 p.m., so I was stuck at the station for over 2 hours.
Did they offer you a refund or compensation?
Eventually, yes, I had to fill out a form online and they gave me a partial refund, but it took 3 weeks to process.
That's the problem with these things. The hassle of getting your money back.
Exactly. What about you? Have you had any transportation nightmares?
Oh yes, I missed a flight once.
You missed a flight? Tell me what happened.
I was flying to Berlin for a conference. I arrived at the airport what I thought was plenty early, 2 hours before the flight.
2 hours should be enough.
Normally, yes, but that day the security line was incredibly long. Apparently there was some kind of security alert, so they were checking everyone very carefully.
Oh dear.
I stood in line for 90 minutes. 90 minutes! By the time I got through security, they had already closed the gate for my flight.
Oh no. Could they put you on another flight?
They could, but the next flight wasn't until the following morning, so I had to book a hotel near the airport and fly out the next day.
That must have been expensive.
It was. The hotel, the new flight ticket, missing the first day of my conference, it was a disaster.
What a terrible experience. Did you learn any lessons from it?
Oh yes, now I always arrive at least 3 hours early for international flights. I'd rather wait at the airport than risk missing my plane again.
That's wise. Better safe than sorry.
Exactly. Let me ask you, have you ever lost something on public transportation?
Yes, I left my phone on a bus once.
Oh no, did you get it back?
Luckily, yes. I realized immediately after I got off the bus. I ran after it, but it had already left.
So what did you do?
I went straight to the bus company office. I explained what happened, and they radioed the driver.
And the driver found it?
Yes! Someone had handed it to him. He kept it safe, and I picked it up from the office that evening.
You were so lucky. Most people who lose things on buses never see them again.
I know. I was incredibly relieved. Now, I always double-check before I get off any vehicle.
Good habit to have.
Jack, let's talk about something fun. If you could have any transportation you wanted with no limits on cost or technology, what would you choose?
Ooh, interesting question. Like my dream transportation?
Exactly. Dream big.
Okay, I would want a personal flying car.
A flying car? Like in science fiction movies?
Exactly like that. Imagine being able to fly over all the traffic, go anywhere you want in minutes.
No traffic jams, no delays.
None. Just smooth flying through the air. What about you?
Let me think. I would want a teleportation device.
Teleportation. Now that's thinking big.
Well, you said no limits. Imagine just stepping into a machine and instantly appearing anywhere in the world.
That would be incredible. No travel time at all.
You could have breakfast in Japan, lunch in Italy, and dinner in Brazil.
That would be amazing. Though I might miss the journey itself. Sometimes traveling is half the fun.
That's true. There's something to be said for the experience of traveling, not just arriving.
Absolutely. Do you think we'll see major changes in transportation in our lifetime?
I think so. Electric cars are already becoming normal. Self-driving cars are being tested.
And there are companies working on flying taxis.
Really? Flying taxis?
Yes, in some cities, they're already testing small aircraft that can take off and land vertically, like helicopters, but electric and autonomous.
That sounds like something from the future.
It is the future. Maybe in 10 or 20 years, we'll be flying around cities in these vehicles.
I hope so. As long as they're safe.
Safety first, always.
All right, everyone. Now we want to teach you some really practical phrases for talking about transportation in real situations.
These are phrases you can use every day. Let's start with asking someone how they got somewhere.
The most common question is, how did you get here? Or, how did you come?
You can answer, I came by bus, or I drove, or I took the metro.
Another question, how long does it take? This is asking about duration.
It takes 30 minutes, or it takes about an hour, depending on traffic.
Notice we use take for time, not make or do. It takes 30 minutes.
Good point. Now, what if you need to ask for directions at a train station?
You could say, excuse me, which platform for the train to London?
Or, where do I catch the number 42 bus?
Catch is a great word for buses and trains. It means to get on before it leaves.
Right. I need to catch the 8:15 train means you need to get on that specific train.
What if you're talking about being late because of transportation?
Good question. You could say, sorry I'm late, my train was delayed.
Or, sorry, there was terrible traffic.
Or, I missed my bus, so I had to wait for the next one.
These are all natural excuses that native speakers use all the time.
Now, what if you're discussing your daily commute with someone?
You might say, my commute is quite long, or I have an easy commute.
Or, my commute is a nightmare during rush hour.
Nightmare is a strong word, but it's very common when talking about bad commutes.
Right. People say, my commute is a nightmare, or the traffic is a nightmare.
Now let's talk about buying tickets. At a ticket office, you might say, 1 ticket to Cambridge, please.
Or, if you want to specify the time, 1 ticket for the 3:30 train, please.
And they might ask you, single or return, which means one way or round trip.
Single means you only travel one direction. Return means you're coming back.
In American English, they say one way and round trip instead.
Good to know both versions. What about asking if a seat is taken?
On a bus or train, you can ask, is the seat taken? Or, is anyone sitting here?
And if it's free, the person will say, no, go ahead, or no, it's free.
One more useful phrase, where should I get off?
That's asking where to exit the bus or train.
Someone might answer, get off at Central Station, or you need to get off at the 3rd stop.
These phrases will really help you in real situations.
Jack, let's share some cultural tips about transportation in different countries.
Great idea. Things that might surprise visitors.
In the UK, people queue very politely for buses. You wait in a line and you don't push.
Yes, British people are famous for queuing. In some countries, it's more of a free-for-all.
In Japan, trains are incredibly punctual. If a train is even 2 minutes late, they apologize profusely.
I've heard that. Japanese efficiency is legendary.
In some European cities, you need to validate your ticket before getting on public transportation.
Yes, there's a machine where you stamp your ticket. If you don't do it, you can get a fine.
In many places, tipping taxi drivers is expected, usually 10 to 15%.
Though in some countries, like Japan, tipping is actually considered rude.
Really shows how customs vary from place to place.
Well, Emily, we've covered so much today.
We really have. We talked about daily commutes, different types of transportation, problems and solutions, and even the future of travel.
I hope everyone watching feels more confident talking about transportation in English now.
Remember, the best way to improve is to practice. Try using these words and phrases in your own life.
Exactly. Next time you travel somewhere, think about how you would describe it in English.
And now it's time for our question of the day.
We want to hear from you. Here's our question. What is your daily commute like? How do you get to work or school? And how long does it take?
Write your answer in the comments below. Try to use some of the vocabulary we learned today.
We read every single comment, and we love hearing from you.
It really helps us know what you want to learn about in future videos.
Before we go, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up.
And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell.
That way, you'll never miss one of our lessons.
We post new videos every day to help you improve your English naturally.
Thank you so much for watching English Talk.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself.
Your English journey is important, and we're honored to be part of it.
See you in the next video.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.